Welcome to Quick Recaps. Today, we've got a spine-tingling tale in store as we unravel the chilling narrative of The Nun 2. This heart-pounding horror sequel takes us on a journey through faith, demonology, and the relentless battle between good and evil. So dim the lights, hold on to your seats, and get ready for a quick but captivating recap of The Nun 2. Let's begin. In 1956, the small town of Tarascon, nestled in the picturesque countryside of France, was home to an ancient church, where Father Noray and Jacques dutifully performed their daily chores. This quaint place had remained peaceful for centuries, but one fateful day, an inexplicable disturbance shattered the tranquility that the town had held dear. As Father Noray and Jacques ventured to investigate the source of the commotion, a sinister force suddenly seized the priest, lifting him high into the air. In the blink of an eye, he was set ablaze, his body consumed by relentless flames. Helplessly, Jacques watched in horror, clutching Father Noray's rosary as he witnessed the man of the cloth being burned to death before his eyes. Meanwhile, in another corner of Europe, at St. Cartha's Monastery, a different story was unfolding. Sister Irene, a devout nun with a deep sense of duty, now served in a serene convent in Italy. Her tranquil life was disrupted by a cryptic vision in which she saw Maurice, a friend from her past, beseeching her to save him. The following day, as if in response to this haunting vision, the cardinal summoned her to investigate a series of mysterious deaths that had been plaguing Europe. Maurice, the very same man who had appeared in Irene's vision, was now working at a boarding school in France. He had formed a unique bond with a young Irish girl named Sophie, as well as with a dedicated teacher and her mother, Kate. As Irene embarked on her journey to unravel the enigma that had gripped Europe, she was joined unexpectedly by Sister Deborah, a young novice. During their train ride, Deborah voiced her struggles with accepting miracles, especially the concept of the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. Irene, a woman of unwavering faith, sought to instill in Deborah the significance of belief in the face of the inexplicable. Their journey brought them to Tarascon, where Irene had yet another vision. In this disturbing apparition, she followed Jacques into a dark alley, only to find herself ensnared and choked by Valak, a malevolent entity known for assuming the guise of a nun. The next morning, Deborah divulged that she had met Jacques, and had come into possession of Father Noray's rosary. Coincidentally, in the boarding school, Sophie was being subjected to merciless bullying by her classmates. They locked her inside an abandoned chapel, warning her that if she dared look away from a mosaic depicting a goat's eye, the devil would materialize to haunt her. When sunlight pierced through the mosaic, the goat's eye shone a sinister shade of red. Irene and Deborah continued their quest, leading them to the Palais des Papes, where they met with a knowledgeable librarian. This librarian disclosed the unsettling truth. The demon they pursued was once an angel rejected by God. The emblem on Father Noray's rosary bore the family crest of Saint Lucy, a martyr who miraculously survived being set on fire by pagans. Saint Lucy's family had preserved her eyes, disseminating them across the world. The librarian theorized that the demon was targeting Saint Lucy's descendants to obtain the relic, her preserved eyes. The last known location of the relic was a former monastery, which had now become a boarding school. Irene and Deborah made their way to the school, where they encountered Maurice in dire straits alongside Sophie and Kate. Irene delivered an unsettling revelation to Maurice, claiming that the demon resided within him. As he grappled with this chilling revelation, the demon seized control of him, launching a vicious attack on Irene and Deborah. In the depths of the school's chapel, Sophie unveiled the sinister game her tormentors had forced her to play, revealing the goat's eye on the mosaic. Deborah used a flashlight to make the eye glow red, inadvertently pointing in the direction of the eyes of Saint Lucy. With Irene's guidance, they unearthed the relic, but before they could make their escape, Deborah and Kate were separated from Irene and Sophie to protect the schoolgirls from the malevolent entity. Maurice, under the demon's influence, fled, launching a terrifying assault on Irene. Sophie seized the relic and fled, with Maurice hot on her heels. Their desperate chase resulted in the collapse of the bell tower building. Inside the rubble, Irene found Sophie, and Deborah soon rejoined them. Deborah, in a profound moment of clarity, admitted that she had witnessed a miracle and had discovered faith. Irene confronted Maurice, who had gained possession of the relic, and as the demon set her ablaze, she realized her connection to Saint Lucy's lineage, which endowed her with the relic's powers. With unwavering determination and faith, Irene and Deborah invoked the words of institution from Christian Eucharistic celebrations. The barrels of wine present at the former monastery miraculously transformed into the blood of Christ. This divine transformation soaked Valak, the demonic force, causing it to wither and be cast back into the depths of hell, ending the reign of terror that had gripped Europe. Irene and Deborah, through their unwavering faith, had triumphed over darkness and brought salvation to a world tormented by evil. That's a wrap for today's quick recaps episode on The Nun 2. We hope you enjoyed this fast-paced journey into the world of supernatural horror and faith. If you're a fan of spine-tingling tales, don't forget to subscribe for more quick recaps of your favorite movies.